Next up, Russ and I are going to talk about Rocky in 4K, Carrie in 4K, and Paramount screws us over again.
And make sure that you subscribe to 4K Kings, you like the 4K Kings videos, you tell your friends about 4K Kings.
Screw you, creepo!
The first thing, which isn't very shocking, but it's now finally here they come, is that Rocky has been announced to come out in 4K, and they've been announced to come out February 14th of 2023. And so far, you've got Rocky 1, Rocky 2, and now Rocky 3 and Rocky 4 have been announced as well. First, it was just Rocky 1 and 2, and then 3 and 4 were leaked out a week later. So far, you know that the first 4 are coming out.
You're not kidding.
I ain't kidding.
The box set is definitely inevitable. Personally, it feels like that's what you should wait for if you're a fan of Rocky at all.
You know what would be hilarious if they just don't release 5? You said that wasn't announced? Just
Not
release
yet.
1, 2, 3, 4, Balboa, the Creed movie, no 5.
And no 5. So
Answer the call, that shit. Just put a digital code for 5.
5 gets the digital code.
That's right, it stinks!
Well, you know how Stallone redid 4? He
I was about to say, is that
I don't know.
available?
I just wonder which one you're going to get. Like in the solo release, are you just going to get the original 4 box set? You get both 4s. It's like Godfather.
I was about to say Rocky 4 is now like Godfather
Coda.
3. Rocky 4 Coda.
If they have no intention of putting a box set out, fine. But it's kind of this weird reversal now where whatever happened to putting the box set out first and then just, sending out the solos, now it's like they're trying to get more money.
Thank you.
This is, again, Warner Brothers. So I don't know if this is timing with any anniversary, but Warner Brothers, who just put out like Poltergeist and Lost Boys and did jack shit, this will probably be the same. You'll just get the movie upgraded, probably.
So the original Rocky's 76.
Okay, so we're not.
Anniversary.
There's no anniversary. It's the anniversary of needing more money.
Thank you.
I honestly don't think I would wait for a Rocky box set. I'd probably just buy one.
No, I'm with you. I'm not individually buying all the sequels. I mean, let's face it, the sequels objectively aren't good.
What would you buy? You'd buy one. Would you buy any of the sequels at all?
As solo releases, no. But for reference, I own the box set on Blu-ray of Rocky through Rocky Balboa. So I am a fan of the sequels. Not worth solo pickups in my mind. But a cheap box set, yeah, I'd get the whole set.
And I'll tell you why. Because I'm sentimental.
Give me good artwork for the original, and that's a day one for me.
Will the Cobra figure be a day one for you? Look at this figure. Look at this thing. I just had to show this to you because obviously Stallone's got a new item coming out on his store like every other week, and this was the most recent one. And it's like interchangeable. Like you can take all kinds of stuff off.
What was that? What is his face?
Dude, you can take his glasses off. You can do all kinds of stuff with him.
What is that hair? I think they
Look at those jeans. What do you mean hair? Look at those jeans he's wearing. Look at him here posing. He's got his hands on his hips.
He's got mom jeans on.
That's what I said. What the hell? All right, well, let's move on. If it's even possible.
Stop.
I'm a mobile shoot!
Another company this week that just made a lot of different announcements is, of course, Scream Factory, and they're doing a bunch of titles, again, that they've already kind of put out before. But the biggest title that they announced, I think, and Ross agree with me or not, I don't know, is Carrie.
For me, yeah, it's this and Black Christmas. For
Black
sure.
Christmas. Coming out December 13th in a 3-disc collector's edition from Scream Factory, which is Carrie. And they've put this out before, and I don't think, again, they're doing anything different for it.
I see.
The only thing that's different that I will say, which I think is kind of cool, is that they're giving it the original art. And there have been no prior releases of this film that use the original art. Not on any studio, any company has ever used the original art.
I like that they're doing the original artwork because all those Blu-ray special editions with the slipcovers that I bought over the years with the alternate artwork, and a lot of it is really good. Scream Factory, in my opinion, for the most part, did really good alternative original artwork.
Yeah.
But I like how, to me, those still have value now as a collector, since the 4K isn't just an exact replica of what I have with a 4K disc. And as you pointed out, I'm a fan of the original art. I'm nostalgic. I grew up on these movies.
Yep.
So that's an added bonus as well.
You're going to be able to get a regular edition with the regular original art. You're going to be able to get a steelbook edition. You're getting a poster. Now, the original art's going to get that 18 by 24 poster, but this one is going to be that, longer horizontal poster, kind of like Beyond the Darkness, where it is basically this art, but when you open up the whole case, that's what the art is. And then you're also going to be able to get, obviously, the whole thing with pins. Each one of these individual, whether it's the regular or the steel, they can each come with pins too, or you can get a bundle with everything, all posters, all pins, all releases for this $130.98.
There hasn't been a title yet that's made me want to take that plunge.
You suck.
Arrow put this out in 2017 on Blue as well, and they used a 4K scan to put that Blu-ray out. But Scream Factory here is giving a brand new 2022 4K scan for their release. So it's not what Arrow had already done, just on a new disc. This is a whole new scan. But will Arrow put this out in 4K? Who knows?
You're really worried about the European Arrow market.
I mean, dude, people, they don't care. We buy over there, they buy over here. It's all interchangeable. So it's like you got to keep those options open because it could be better packaging. It could be different features. It could be a better transfer. And who the hell wants to buy both?
You're crazier than son of a bitch.
I wanted to touch briefly on Paramount. They continue to re-release 4K titles that were just out on Blue, sometimes within a year of them putting those out.
If you tell me Mommy Dearest, I'm going to walk out.
I feel like a frequent talking point that I've maybe even heard you say, but I know I see this a lot is like, oh, well, what they're trying to do is just float out the Blu-ray, see if there's interest, and then they're going to put the 4K out or whatever. But now it's to the point where I'm not going to buy anything because I'm just going to wait for the 4K to come out.
Same.
So that strategy has now backfired.
We're too far into the 4K.
We are. We're way
game
too
right
far.
now.
We're way
don't
too far.
debut a Blu-ray. That format's been around for like 15 years.
Yes.
Like, come on.
Especially an anniversary edition Blu-ray. Like, what? That sucks at this point. Like, stop it.
No.
One of the first ones of this past couple of weeks that I saw was 48 hours and another 48 hours. Not only can you get them in individuals, but you can get them in a 2-pack. Both of these were released on that really cool Paramount Presents label, which I thought at the time was a way to showcase Blu-rays that were never going to get 4K because there is no interest. Now they're like, hey, there was a little bit of interest. Let's just get them with the 4K next. Because even if you look at these, they've got the stuff that came on the Paramount Presents. You've got the same filmmaker focus. It says new. It's not new. It was new when Paramount Presents put this out. That's when it was new.
Go fuck yourselves.
They're definitely full-blown out there just re-releasing things now in 4K, even though they're putting them out in their little boutique label of their own, which why even have that at this point?
Even the updated art and the slips suck compared to what they were doing on the
True.
Paramount Presents Blu-ray line.
Yeah, no, it's
I
true.
even prefer those slips.
I can't talk about it anymore. It's giving me a headache.
And then another one, which I think is even funnier, kind of, is so Wayne's World, right? They put out a 30th anniversary Steelbook edition Blu-ray. And we laughed about it and whatever else. They are obviously doing the same thing here. They're putting out a 4K in a regular edition, but they're going to do you one more solid, and they're going to put it out in the exact same Steelbook that the Blu-ray was in. So if you got the Blu-ray Steel, now you can get it again, but this time there's a 4K disc inside. It's like, fuck you. I wouldn't mind owning Wayne's World, and I was expecting and waiting for the 4K anyway, so now good for me, but I just think this practice is really shitty. And now I guess you can just pretty much count down the days for the rest of these anniversary steals and the rest of their whole Paramount Presents line to be released in 4K instead.
And you know what's funny? Wayne's World for me is a movie that's right on the border of would I buy it or would I not?
Yeah.
As you just said, now that the experience is soured, I'm not going to probably pick it up at all.
Which I admit is both bogus and sad.
The last thing that they announced this week, which I'm not going to shit on them too badly, it is a re-release, but it's actually a little bit of an upgrade. And that's Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. So they just put this out in a steelbook last year on Blue. It wasn't any like anniversary thing, but they did. Now they're putting it out in 4K, which again, it's not even a year later and they're doing this. So again, it smells like shit. But at least this time, in the archives of John Hughes, they found some hour and 15 minutes worth of deleted and extended scenes, and they're sticking all of those on an extra Blue that goes with this.
Oh, wow.
So at least there's something here which is maybe worth picking up. I mean, that's a lot of footage. It's like a whole new movie. They call it the Lost Luggage Blu-ray. It's kind of cute. So at least there's something new for people that bought it before or people that never bought it. Now is more of an incentive to buy, which I've never owned this movie, and maybe this is obviously if I were to buy something, I would get this one.
You know, nothing grinds my gears worse than some chowderhead who doesn't know when to keep his big trap shut.
The last release that I wanted to look at, and every once in a while I stumble upon something that's a little silly. I thought I wanted to share the silliness I found this week, Russ. The Box of Burt. Now, I don't know if you're a Burt Reynolds fan, Russ, but this box set itself, it's not just like, hey, let's get all of Burt Reynolds movies and like throw them in a package for people that love it. Like they are really like winking at you here. There is a picture of Burt Reynolds naked, laying down on top of a box of Burt, and on it says, "The man, the myth, the mustache." I have no intention of buying this whatsoever, but like, wow, like what a box set. Like, look at this thing.
Which has been the story of my life. Yeah. Overwhelmingly peculiar and fun.
I don't know anything about Burt Reynolds other than when he played Turd Ferguson.
Burt Reynolds.
That's not my name.
Now, you ready to know what comes in this box, Russ? This box set comes with musky, sexy Burt Air Freshener, a Honk If You Love Burt bumper sticker, 5 ad cards, 2 posters, and the Book of Burt booklet. Cannonball Run, Cannonball Run 2, The Best Little Whorehouse in Texas, Stroker Ace, and The Man Who Loved Women. This is just outrageous.
I think they were trying to put this out for many years, but Burt Reynolds vehemently opposed it. And so they waited to dance on his corpse and put this out after he passed.
Dude, could you imagine hanging up an air freshener of Burt Reynolds' musky musk in your car?
And I'll tell you why. Because I'm sentimental.